Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to my channel. Today I have another Kendama review for you. This time it is a Grain Theory Kendama. This is the Jake Wiens Pro Edition. So let's get into it. Man, this is a beautiful Kendama. Grain Theory, they're very well known for beautiful Kendamas. I actually owned one of their Spectra ply when I first got into Kendama. I'm talking like the first 2 weeks. It happened to release and I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll buy it. And then I kind of felt unworthy of it. And somebody offered me to buy it off my hands and I was like, you know what? That's probably for the best. So I ended up giving it to a home that could appreciate it a little bit more. And then I bought like 3 more Kendamas instead with that money. I tell you what, this Kendama right off the bat, he went all out on stylizing it with all the aesthetic possibilities. I mean, every aspect of this Ken and Tama are all covered to his specifications. Material wise, it is a full purple heart. The Tama is a silk like finish. I'm not sure what they're calling theirs, if they have a particular name for their finish, but it is not a sticky finish. It is more of a silk. This is my first Kendama, or Tama rather, with that. And I'm finding it challenging to get used to. I'm really having to kind of perfect my lunars. I was actually talking to a buddy of mine, Grant, who also is a yo-yoer and a lot more versed in Kendama and been playing for years. And I was asking him, like, how does it take time to break in? And he's like, that's kind of the way it is. You know, the benefit there then is, as you're getting more advanced, as I'm hopefully going to get more advanced, is that I can kind of move the bevel around a little bit more than with a sticky paint, right? That's not going to move much unless you really break it in. What's nice about the silk is once you hit a lunar or you hit a lighthouse, you can kind of move that bevel hole around where you need it to. So that's kind of nice as far as hole control. But it is going to take some getting used to and a lot more practice. So let's talk about the actual, you know, all the aesthetic things. I did replace the string on this. Again, I am loving the Adrian Esteban string. So I threw that on here and I figured purple heart, purple string, okay? It did come with like a gold string, very similar to actually, I have here the Deal With It. This is the his son. The Leo edition. Anyways, very similar to that gold string, a little bit lighter. It's a 6-7 finger string, somewhere around there. Nothing too long, so if you like a longer string, like a 10-finger string, it was not that long, so just take that in mind. But I really like the Adrian Esteban. I think the thicker string, I just like it. I've been preferring that, so I kind of throw that on every Kendama that I have. We have Jake's signature on the small cup. So over here on the large cup, you have different moon phases. And then you can tell the moon phase here, but it's a waxing gibbous. It was totally random. I wasn't sure which one I was gonna get. I think there were 150 in this run. On the bottom here, on the base cup here, or on the base cup hole, you also have all the different lunar cycles. Ken wise, it was like about 85 grams or so. Tama wise, it was about 95. So it was about 10 grams difference roughly. And then the Tama also has, all right, first off we have tracking here, and then we have tracking here, so that gray whatever, and then we have the moon, the phases of the moon here, which I believe was designed by Drew Tates, who is a fellow yo-yoer as well. So when you spin that, especially on a record player or over film like I'm doing now, you can see all the different phases as they go. Pretty rad. Like I said, every inch of this Kendama was thought out and customized to Jake's liking. So really cool. That's super appealing, especially to collectors. I think a lot of people will probably not sesh this Ken. There isn't a Ken that I've not seshed yet. So maybe if you have a large collection or you bought 2 of them, perhaps maybe you are keeping one and seshing another. But yeah, it certainly would look really pretty in a collection. That, man, that purple heart clack, ooh, that is nice. Probably one of the most clackiest of Kendamas that I currently have. I do have a couple other shapes out here so we can compare them really quick. I have, I already showed you the Leo mod here from Deal With It. you know, brother company here. One of the iconic things with a lot of Grain Theory is their kind of swoop here and the handle, which you have that on here as well. There you go. Very similar there, kind of lengthwise. A little less angular, a little bit more kind of just lots of curves in there, lots of curves. We've got one more shape here to compare. This is from Analog. This is their squab shape, so one of my favorites right now. So height-wise and all that's about the same, you know, cups are about the same size. As I said, one of the most iconic things about Grain Theory is their sort of swoop here and the handle here. And they're pretty sharp spikes. Now this one's not quite as sharp as the one I had on my GT2, yeah, it's also going to take quite a beating there with the Purple Heart as well. For stalls, I mean, my gosh, you have a lot of space there. It's fantastic for any of those stalls. Any kind of handle stalls, ring stalls, any of that kind of stuff. This is just going to be killer for that. A lot of the tricks that I'm leaning towards right now, and maybe just because I'm still a beginner, I'm really enjoying stall type tricks, and that's one of the biggest things of why I picked up this Kendama, because, you know, just from Jake's own words, he was like, that Purple Heart, the weight of that, especially, you know, it's about 95 grams, it's just gonna lock in those stalls really nicely. So that's going to do it for my review of the GTJW Kendama here, the Jake Wiens Pro model from Grain Theory. Man, good stuff. Until the next one. Later.